Okay, good morning everybody. Do we get the presentation on the screen? We do, yes. Good morning, Klaus Heimes. I'm the director of the Goethe Institute, which is in Indranagar, here in one of the most beautiful parts of the city. I will tell you a little bit about what the Goethe Institute is, what we do, and also why we do it. So, any associations with Germany, anybody? Yeah, don't just say something, please. Sumit, any association with Germany? Say something. A few words, not only a hand. Sounds very good. What is the mission statement of the Goethe Institute? Yeah? It's language, culture, Germany. That's what you also see down here. Where's the pointer? No. Okay, so down here, you see always throughout the presentation Sprache, Kultur, Deutschland, which is German for language, culture, and Germany. So what does that mean? The Goethe Institute promotes knowledge of the German language abroad, fosters international cultural cooperations, and conveys a comprehensive image of Germany through information about cultural, social, and political life in my country. There's 159 branches all over the world, in 98 countries. 12 of them are in Germany, rest is abroad. Who has ever been to a Goethe Institute? 1, 2, oh, quite a few, okay, but the others should come too. So how does that look? This is an old townhouse in, I think in Bolivia. That's where the Goethe Institute in La Paz is. This is an ugly building in Siberia, in Novosibirsk, and it hosts the Goethe Institute. This is a fantastic city palace in Krakow in Poland. It hosts the Goethe Institute, and as you can see, down on the right, also the Deutsche Bank, which is very convenient, I think. This is Delhi, a beautiful house in very bad shape, actually, I've been there, and a wonderful new architecture in Cairo, in Egypt. These little dots signal where the Goethe Institutes are worldwide, and there are 6 branches in India. One of them is in Bangalore. This looks rather ugly, but inside it's really interesting. So this is in Indranagar, CMH Road. You should come tonight, there's actually an event. So we have a big network. We're not only 159 Goethe Institutes, but we also have liaison offices. We have examination and language centers, for instance in Trivandrum. We have reading rooms and dialogue points. We have foreign German learning centers and Goethe centers all over the world. So all in all, there's more than 1,000 points of contact that are steered, run by the Goethe Institute. There is also something rather strategic, business-like. So what are the strategic targets? Foster German language, foster cultural collaboration worldwide, international exchange of knowledge and public digital platforms. And target number 4 is something which is quite interesting, which is also in India one of our focus points. It is promotion of civil society. And then you have Europe, which is not so important here for our work, but as you can imagine, the Goethe Institute in Slovenia or in London these days, they have quite something to do. And then we have those internal things, communication, employees, further development of network and organization. What do? We also make money and we spend money. So it's 402 million euros, which was 2017 the total budget of the overall Goethe Institute, which is something like 3 crore rupees, I think. A third of that we generate ourselves through selling language courses and examinations, and about 2/3 are coming from the Foreign Office. There have been more than 270,000 people studying German in the last year, more than 500,000 examinations for German language all over the world. So this is the development. So you see we grow quite rapidly, and this is even more so true for the examinations. The examinations are in so far quite important also for business people, because a lot of visa concerning studying in Germany, but also if you marry a German person, you're not at the same time allowed to go to Germany. You need a visa. And in order to get the visa, you have to prove that you have some basic knowledge of the German language. How do you prove it? Examination at the Goethe Institute. So, culture. We don't only do language, we also do cultural exchange. These are some numbers which are somehow abstract, but we are said that we have attracted 14 million people last year for our cultural programs. How do we organize, how do we think about cultural exchange? We think about it as a two-way street. It is not bringing somebody here telling you the truth and then leaving again to Germany. It is actually communication, it is working together, it is co-production, and that is done by people from the local communities, cultural communities, with people that we fly in from Germany. And they sometimes stay here for 2 or 3 days, and they sometimes stay for 2 or 3 months. Depends on the program. So the artist residencies, which is one of the focus things that we do here in Bangalore, we had more than 120 artists from Germany living here for a month or 2 in the last few years. Right now there have been, like last week, 5 artists from Germany arrived to stay here for a month or 2 and work together with local cultural partners. And you should come to the Goethe Institute tonight at 6:30 in Dranaga, because those 5 German artists will present themselves, their plans, what they want to do in Germany. And we also have a host organization. So the artists from Germany come here and they don't live with me, they don't live with my colleagues, they live and work with cultural actors from the city. And one of those actors will also be presenting tonight. So 6:30, German actors, Goethe Institute, come. What do we like? We're in all kind of arts. We're busy. That's fine arts. That's literature. That's music. I think this is from Mongolia. Yeah. Theater, of course. Dance. This is from Bangladesh. Film. And of course, we are engaging in discourses on relevant cultural topics, sometimes political topics. A lot of our local partners here in Bangalore are activists/artists. So the political side is very important for us. And I told you about that we have residencies, and the German artists, they stay with their hosts, local hosts. In other institutes, they have much more impressive buildings. So this is actually houses of the Goethe Institute, where artists from Germany stay. We don't have that luxury here in Bangalore, but the program is very well. So on the right side, you see a residency, which is a Goethe Institute, a real building in Japan, in Kyoto. And on the right side, you see the former villa of the German ambassador to Turkey, which is now an artist residency in Istanbul. Run actually by the foreign ministry, but we do the curatorial stuff. So there's more than 3,000 people working for the Goethe Institute worldwide. About 50 here in Bangalore, which mostly consists of local staff, but there's also 300 people rotating all over the world like diplomats. I'm not a diplomat, but I'm a rotating person. So before I came here, I was 5 years in Shanghai, actually. And after Bangalore, I don't know. Okay, so the Goethe Institute is not a government agency. The Goethe Institute is a free association. It is organized like a sports club or something like that. It is a free association, but paid by the government. And that is very important for our work because we're independent. We don't listen to what the minister says, what we should do next. We just do it. Yeah? We agreed on the targets that I showed you. But how do we achieve those targets? That's our business. That's not the business of administrators. It's not the business of politicians. It is not the business of bureaucrats. It is our business how to do those, how to reach those targets. So, and why does Germany actually subsidize cultural activities with the taxpayers' money? And why does the German government finance a private actor, the Goethe Institute, to organize international cultural exchange? It is actually that we in Germany believe that the cultural sphere is of utmost importance for a vivid democratic society. In the cultural sphere, it is not merely pleasure, entertainment, or relaxation. It is also about the big questions. It is about love and life, about death and sorrow. It's about the big questions of our lives as citizens. How do we want to live together? How are we supposed to master current challenges, like climate change, topics on how we live together as men and women, as Hindus and Muslims, as Christians and Jews? And that's why in Germany, the political sphere finances the cultural sphere, because the discourse, both in words and with artistic means, has to happen freely and in an independent manner. And this needs funding. It is not about politicians in German government or staff in ministries and administration in Berlin telling the nation what to do, and what to think. Just a second. It is not about those people in Berlin to tell the nation what to do and to think. The Goethe Institute and other publicly funded institutions in Germany exist and get their funding by the government to stimulate free and open thinking and exchange between as many people, as many citizens as possible. And that's the reason why something like the Goethe Institute exists abroad, and why there's also public funding for 1 million of cultural institutions in all over the German cities. Yeah? So that's the idea behind that. Politicians know that it is needed, that's why they fund it, but they don't do it themselves because they don't know how to. They're not cultural actors, they're politicians. Yeah, that's their business. Okay, that's about it from my side. Thank you very much. I don't know, what about questions? We do that later or not at all? Or later. Okay, thank you very much.